Oh, I thought the group collective.
No. Someone has to be on notes.
Oh,
Yeah, we're all on
Yeah,
notes. Welcome
eventually
back,
you, right?
everybody, to
What's up?
What's
Concerts and
that?
Consequences,
What's
episode
up?
3,
Three.
Three.
if you believe it
Jesus
or not.
Christ.
Three.
Last
Wow.
time, what happened? A group of adventurers. We finished fighting the dudes, and we're like, well, they sucked. Why did we fight them? And we got asked that question when we got to shore as well.
Gom and Apologies has subscribed.
Obviously, the Tyrant, the band, we represent bringing people together. And Emmerdee is still at war. Thank you, Gom and Apologies, for the really long resubscription. They're 4 years.
Not quite.
Not quite. That's just under 4 years.
I see resubscribe for 48 months at tier 1.
Was it 48? I see 45.
Yeah, it says
Oh,
45.
they're being subscribed for I see. Oh my god.
Oh, somebody needs glasses.
No, it says 48 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 45 months. There's 2 different numbers that it gave me. We got paid and we got a stipend. We visited Brambleton.
Whoa.
We met Commander Serret, who I think was pretty chill.
Cool dude.
We met Delia.
Whoever that is.
I think Serret and Delia. They were part of the guard. And then we met Serret. Yep, he gave us a temp-rider's passage. We went to the inn. We met Sheriff Gamson, who's one of the guildnies, and he's a dick. They told us to watch ourselves, and we went, okay, buddy. We met Erin, and then she introduced us to Lane, who told us about the unification. We saw the mural of the heroes of Brambleton. We also heard the story where man destroys liberal illusionist with kickflip.
What?
I don't know what to tell you. You said this. you came up with this.
I don't remember saying that.
Bar for bar.
Yeah, this was you, dude.
Fairly certain all I mentioned was a bird getting pissed on by itself.
Yep, that did happen too. We met the band. There's Eli, the pianist. There's Gwendolyn, the drummer. There's Grell, who plays the horn, and Buddy, who's the lead singer. Ica was nowhere to be seen. Probably hates the band, honestly. That seems to be the issue. So we'll make sure the band just doesn't interact with Ica. It'll be all good.
It's a good plan.
We're gonna go promote the band, and then we got some rooms, and we got to go help and promote the band.
Hell yeah.
Did I miss anything big?
Sorry.
No. That was everything. Oh, righty. So, you're in town. You've been given a mission. You got a few places around. What would you like to do?
Who knows how to get people's attention?
How many people's attention are you thinking?
The more the merrier, but we need to have a good rep.
Wait, what are we getting their attention for?
So we can get people to come to the show.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
I mean, like, surely everyone's at the inn. There's only a general store and a baker in this town.
Yeah, there's more. There's more.
There's a baker. There's a blacksmith.
the blacksmith. There's a
Yeah, where are the
barracks
people
now.
congregated? What's the biggest congregation of people?
You know what they say? It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I feel like word of mouth
And I got nothing for both.
is the best thing.
Actually, have we had perhaps short rest at this point?
Absolutely a short rest. Yeah.
Cool.
This does not benefit me at all.
And some hit dice
Have
on
I-
back and forth. Okay. Oh, just regain fire again.
Have you what Kresniks?
Do I regain spell slots on the short rest? No. Yes. No.
You do not.
No,
No.
you're a wizard.
That'd be really nice though. I mean, if Will allows it, I'm not playing.
If Will
Um,
if Will allows it, I'm
Oh, yeah,
multiclassing
okay.
immediately.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna
Oh,
become
I'm-
warlock.
Well, what it
I'm
was
going-
it? What is it in I almost said Critical Role in Baldur's Gate Arcane Recovery.
Yeah.
You do
that's
get
what I'm
arcade
thinking.
recovery, yeah. I don't know what level, but that's
Once, yeah. Oh, yes,
It's
you
not
have.
one, is it? Is it like
Early
no,
one?
one?
Once per
It's really,
day,
you have it early.
when you finish a
Okay.
short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. They can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your wizard level, rounded up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can
Oh, I
recover
didn't know
a second level spell slot
Or two first, right?
or 2 ones.
I think Deadeye is just gonna
Alright.
control the perimeter and just look for. I think he's not good at being a regular functioning person, like citizen of society. He's just gonna go patrol the perimeter, sort of make sure there's nothing dodgy going on. Like if there's traps, they're not just for like hairs or something.
Traps.
Any signs of banditry? Because I think we've heard
Yep.
of bandits. He's just on the lookout.
Okay. Do you want to give me a perception or investigation check?
Ooh. I will do investigation, despite this being possibly survival, but my investigation is better.
11.
I say with an 11.
Okay. So, on a sort of cursory glance, as the group decides where to head first or what to do to get people's attention, you don't notice any traps or any sort of anything that shows that there would be bandits around or nearby at this time.
Okay.
But we'll keep that in mind as you continue.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you like to go somewhere? Do you want to just start shouting from in front of the inn?
I would like to go into the inn
Okay.
I'm interested in shouting, and I'll.
and I would
I'm
like
interested-
to discuss.
You would like to discuss what?
With what's his name?
Lane.
With
uh,
Lane,
Lane?
I did attempt to put it on his thing, but
Yeah,
I
you've got to
don't know
do
why I didn't.
some weird stuff where you have to
Oh, I
let
have
the
my
players
health.
view.
Oh, I hate
It's so fiddly.
That's okay.
that.
It's okay, Lane.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Lane. I was just wondering, like, how long have you been in this town for?
A little over a week now.
Oh, okay. Well, in that time, have you been able to suss out the relationships between the people? Like, who knows who, and who's like the talk of the town? Who do people go to for reliable information
Interesting.
or news? Like a town
Uh,
crier or something.
Oh, there's no town
Or a
crier, but well, the guards, because with the military presence here, they're often talking. I mean, Sheriff Gambison would like to think of himself as that guy, but I'd probably just be Aaron that people talk to as the head of the inn.
Hmm.
Talk to Erin then, or is she looking too busy?
I would like
And
to talk to Erin.
she's looking a little busy at this moment, I'll say, but you can.
I won't approach her when she's busy, because if I tell her about the band and she's like,
Well, she does know about the band.
yes, about the show, and to ask
Yes.
her a favor, more or less. I don't
Yeah,
want
of
to
course.
ask her that at a bad time.
Well, she's just working behind the bar, so you can sort of wait your moment and then approach.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So she's serving a couple. The inn's not teeming, but it's 'cause it's sort of the middle of the day. But it does appear to be quite popular at the moment. But she deals with a few customers and then sees you sort of standing there awkwardly. Is like, hello, hi, what can I help you with?
Hi, Erin. Okay. May I call you that?
Yes, that's my name.
I was wondering if you could do me or us a favor.
Okay. What sort of favor?
Nothing big. You know the band's here. We have our show.
Yes.
I was wondering if, people were idling and they had a free moment, and if it came up, if a good opportunity came up, if you could tell them about the performance. I don't know how often you guys get bands in, but I think it's going to be a spectacular performance tonight.
Okay. So you want me to just mention it to people as
Yeah.
they come in, for example?
Yes.
Just that there's a new exciting band in town.
Yes.
I can do that.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. It's very normal for me in my position. For people to come to me, they want to hear all the rumors of the town and all that sort of stuff. So I'd be more than happy to let them know about the new interesting things in town.
Lovely. Well, there she
Wow,
is.
she's here now.
I'll actually be
I
here.
sent you all the stuff all the pictures I had, Will.
I don't know if it was all
Oh.
of it, but it's a fair few.
Oh, oh no,
Sorry,
Erin.
I
Oh my
forgot.
god, skinny
You
legend.
slut.
No,
What?
she just turned. She just turned 90 degrees.
Yeah. Wow. I was trying to figure out the horizontal flip, but I shrunk.
Alright, and are there any notice boards that people frequent around that they might be able to put up? Some posters. I don't know if we have posters, but
There,
hopefully we can make
there is a there's a notice board. It's it's a refurbished notice board now in front of the general store, but I wouldn't say that anyone really looks at it. It's more there as an optimistic notice board.
Well,
Right.
anything if not optimistic.
Well, that's good to hear then. Otherwise, my only advice would just be to go around town, talk to people.
I will certainly be doing that. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
Bye now. Okay, bye. I leave.
Okay. All right. Dragda, your team just shouting about it.
So Dragdar will be like, Ika, I need you to hype me up.
Ika was going to suggest why don't we go do what Ika does best and go. We could do like a cover of their hit single, their latest hit single. Don't let the ghost touch the sword, and you know, give people a sample of the music, you know, and then we can say that they'll be performing here tonight.
Sure, I'm sure
you-
I've heard it before.
Yeah, you definitely know the lyrics. Yeah, Ika's very sure that Ragnar will know the lyrics when you hear them. So can we go find like the biggest congregation of like people? Where would that be?
Yeah, I mean, there's people just generally milling around. There is also a little bit further up the road, sort of it's largely makeshift
Mhm.
barracks,
Uh-huh.
which
That-
has outside a little area where there's a lot of soldiers sparring and practicing.
That sounds perfect. We can go there. Yeah, I can teach Ragnar the choreography and the lyrics, and we can sing and dance together, and we can advertise the Tyrant's new song. Ragnar?
Sounds good.
I-
So
I can-
cantrips I can just cast like anything, anytime, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Interesting.
I could gonna enthusiastically drag Ragnar to the barracks and perform there, I guess.
Awesome. Let me move the map. Not that if I'm totally honest, I had created a barracks. We'll just move. We're
The
down the
classic
road.
Saturn strat. The Saturn strat.
Listen, it works.
I mean, it does
works.
work now. I'm not putting that. I'm saying
There's-
it with respect, you know.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm saying it's good.
Of the mind, guys.
Yeah,
Actually,
dude.
I should have a
Exactly.
theater of the mind version on for the stream that I can switch between, where it's just like, just get rid of the roll 20 bit altogether.
Yeah,
You
but
should have
look,
like a scene that you can
Yeah.
like shift to. Yeah, that'd be good.
that would be a
should set
good
that up.
idea. I do
Uh-oh.
like theater of the mind stuff.
Why don't you just make the stream all black so people use their imagination?
So if I
Ooh.
drag,
What if we
Drag
also
bar.
mute it
Oh.
so everyone, so it has to appear like our stream is purely it's a performance art where it happens all in your mind.
Yeah, I like
You
that. I like that.
imagine what we play.
Exactly. I like it.
we don't
Uh,
tell each other either.
yeah. It's entirely in your mind.
Yeah,
And I
think
want to
that's
see
really
fan
good.
art.
I think it's really good because it's very inclusive. Because that way the deaf and the blind can like feel like they're included on this. You know.
Yeah.
You want
Yeah, of course.
deaf or blind or deaf and blind?
He said
Oh
and.
well,
All of
both
them.
well deaf and or
both.
and or blind.
Are deaf and blind people always in the theater of the mind?
You know, well, we can also get the paraplegics as well. You know, and they're also included in this. You know, they don't need to have hands to do this.
Yeah.
Do
Everyone's
you need hands for
welcome.
D&D?
Probably not. You
You
could
could
do it.
probably do it without hands.
There's probably
I
tools.
think you could do without hands.
Yeah, you just like you use your mind and like you use telekinesis, and then that way you can move the tokens.
Or just speech recognition software.
Oh, that also works well. You think Stephen
Have you
Hawking
seen
played
that?
D&D?
That girl play like.
Oh, but
games
he
with
can pay for those
mind.
midgets to move his mouse. Sorry.
Jesus
What?
Christ!
That was a
I don't
thing,
think you
right?
could- I don't think you can say that.
I don't know that that's the term. I don't know that that's.
moving on. Ika's gonna very enthusiastically drag towards to the barracks, and well, I guess I'm going to on the sparring, but you know what? This is not something Ika hasn't done before.
Incredible. So you two approach the barracks.
Mhm.
And yeah, outside this sort of lighter brown area, there's just lots and lots of soldiers just sort of that one is a gun. That's oh no, it's a crossbow.
The gun.
Look at some of the tokens and it's like, holy shit, one of them has a gun.
We
Just
need well-equipped soldiers.
to answer the question, look, it does. I doing a little bit of research. Apparently, Stephen Hawking did play Dungeons and Dragons.
Damn! Wait, really?
What is that before or after?
I
mean,
don't
when
know.
was D&D invented?
Was,
80s.
What was?
Oh yeah, I think it was.
Did he actually move
He
the
already
pieces, or was there little
had,
people involved?
Wait, what did he have? MS?
I don't know what. I
Yeah,
don't know what
MS.
you're referring to.
Damn.
I think he already had MS by then.
Alright.
Alright,
so
so
this
top Dungeons and Dragons Stephen Hawking. Why is there a character sheet?
Stephen Hawking character.
Can we move on, please? Let's
can we stop demonetizing this channel
Yeah.
for a second?
Oh, okay, moving on. Anyways, yes, we're at the barracks.
Yes,
is
you
this
approach
free
the
entry or is it like we have to talk to people?
free entry. You
Is this
approach
free
the-
entry or
Well,
is it like
so this part is all sort of there's a small fence
Mhm.
covering it up, and you can see that there's like local children watching some of the soldiers training, but then this part is a wooden building, and you can only see one door, which has the two guards with the guns standing
Holy.
in front of it.
crossbows or guns?
They're crossbows.
Okay. Ika's less impressed.
How widespread are guns in this world?
Not. It really
Ika would have been really impressed if she saw guns.
extremely
How wide-
specialized, and they're and
How
the-
widespread is the tyrant band in this world?
Also not, but
Also not.
the guns,
If-
guns, they have a chance of failure. They're all there's no ones that don't have a chance of failure except for the area that is one area that does.
If we say the tyrant, do they immediately do these people know like the tyrant, like the bad guy?
No,
Would they think that?
I
Okay,
j-
okay.
at this
I-
point in
no,
time,
no,
definitely not.
Okay,
Nobody does. Also, what do you mean Tyrant the bad guy? This is just Tyrant the band.
True, you're right.
I want to look at the calendar again. I think we're around. It's winter time, I believe.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that it's cold.
Yeah, it's winter time. I think this takes place. Well, it was a couple of months after Echo leaves. Yeah, so the other crew that are doing everything, that are
Doing
dealing with it.
everything.
I think they've left Episteme, and they are either not yet to Polaris or are on Polaris. Probably where it takes place.
To be fair, technically, well, this group is also dealing with the tyrant, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Do we have posters? Oh my god.
I could definitely have like handmade posters, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
official ones.
correct. Ica has through this sort of contract become official.
I've become official.
Posters.
Yo.
There were previously unofficial posters.
Yo, can I like put them up on this wall here before we move on?
Would you like
Do
to
they have, like,
attempt
little,
to?
like, leaflets like that you can hand out as well?
Oh, leaflets? You know, yo, we've probably become really. I made it big. You know, Ika's never asked for permission before, so let's drag the stop, sir.
Hey, that's not my prerogative.
All right. So as Ica goes to one of the guys is gonna go, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I could put up these posters to advertise the tyrant. You know them?
The tyrant? No. What are you talking about?
The tyrant's this really cool band, and they started about how long did they start?
How long have we got to the concert?
Like a few hours. Like
Few hours.
yeah, like it's not until about sundown, which would be 4-ish hours away.
I get the tyrant's this really cool band. They're gonna be playing in the inn in about 4 hours. I'm sure they'll hit you with their like famous songs. I think you should know. I think you've heard it before. It's called the album's called the Shadow Generals and the Nameless Blades.
So is that the album? Sorry.
The album's called the Shadow Generals and the Nameless Blades.
Huh.
Battle Generals and the Nameless Blades.
Yep.
Cool. I'm just keeping track to keep you honest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the hit single. Don't let the ghost touch the sword.
Got that one? That's a single.
No,
though.
Yeah, that's a
can't
single.
can't say I'm familiar. Do they have any other songs I might know?
Oh, they have there's another hit single. It's called the Dancing Blade. Have you heard of that one?
The Dancing Blade. Now that one does sound familiar.
Oh, I can sing it for you right now if you'd like.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll do like Ika's cover of the Dancing Blade. Can I do like an enthralling performance?
Charge your performance with seductive fey magic. If you perform for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience by singing.
And they just make a wisdom save DC 16, and even if they succeed, they don't know why I'm trying to charge them.
So, okay, so you're trying to. Right, excellent.
Wait, actually, I probably want to do this as a big crowd rather than
Yeah, do you,
Can
do you
you
want
do
to
this?
once a
What's the
short or long
short?
rest.
choose
Oh
a
my
number
God.
of
No,
humanoids?
I'll just do a normal performance. I'll save this one for when we got the crowd. You know.
Okay, it is a number of humanoids up to your charisma modifier.
I'll just hit it with the normal performance for now.
Okay. So
Do I know any of the words of this song?
You do not.
All razzle dazzle.
You do not. So you could Okay, the way we're going to do this is Dragda, give me a performance check to see if you can sort of hum along convincingly.
Can I try to guess the next words that Ika's gonna say?
100%. 100%.
What role would that be?
I would say for that one, give
Insight?
me insight or charisma.
Okay, I can do a charisma.
Give me a charisma check.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right.
And when I guess the word, I'm gonna do one of these. I'm not targeting anyone. I'm just glowing.
You're just glowing. Okay. In that case, I can give me a performance check with advantage.
Yeah.
Advantage. Holy!
Oh, no.
The 3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. So the
24.
guard, it starts off like, you've got the enthusiasm that a mega fan does, and you're very familiar with the tune.
Like my voice cracks.
And then Dragdar starts getting involved, and he starts to catch on to the pattern and the scheme
rhythm.
of
Yeah.
the song,
Mhm.
and can pick up on what some of the words are going to be. And then he starts glowing. And at first you're like, whoa, let's wait a minute, is he on fire? And you sort of lose your spot for a second before, and then that brief moment of kind of like continuing on, they're like, huh, the guard looks from the two of you and then settles back on Iker and goes, huh. So are you in this band?
Ike's an official promoter of the tyrant. Proud official promoter, and as Ike says, very proud, smug face,
Right,
like it means something.
right. Well, my shift will end here around that time. I might check it out. What do you say, Greg? And the other guy just like, huh? Looks up wearily, like he just zoned out the whole time. The guard looks back to you and is like, and you said you wanted to put up posters?
Ike was gonna put up like 10 posters over here, and then Ike was hoping to promote the band to the soldiers inside.
You wanna promote inside?
Oh, well, wherever's convenient for you guys.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Come inside.
Oh, thank you very much. Please do come to the concert later, as I say with like puppy dog eyes.
Like, oh, I'll think about it. And he gestures you both inside.
Okay, please do.
Ro- Can you roll deception against my insight?
Yeah, absolutely can.
I don't. Do I believe them?
Inside.
I can believe it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I guess delusional.
Don't ever change, Iko.
All right. You get the impression that he's not 100% sold. He's not going to be running around telling everyone he knows to come see the show, but there's also you think probably not a lot of entertainment around at the moment. So you get the idea that
I think
he's
that
going
went really well.
he's going to come, and then he's just sort of generally amused by this weird creature that Ica seems to be.
this fox with like her tails wrapped around her neck to keep her warm.
Yeah. All right. Do you enter?
Hell yeah.
Let's come in, Mr. Shiny Man.
Now that I know the lyrics.
I'm just gonna pull out a different song this time.
Oh no.
What song is
Alright.
this?
I could go pull out I Hate the Tengus.
All my homies hate the Green Knight.
Oh my homies hate the Green Knight. Incredible.
I hate the
The
Tengus.
diss track.
The Tengus are very and I would like asterisk people.
That's crazy.
So what is the song title?
That's crazy. That's crazy. You see
I'll be like, I hate the Tengus, but hates like asterisks instead of
Oh.
Right.
It's like hates, but it's just not even close to being centered. It's like hates, but this like it's just HA asterisk TES. Like they just messed it up.
I haste.
How?
um,
You've actually fucked me over here because Obsidian doesn't let you do asterisks
Wait, really?
like this.
Oh,
It's
that would be like,
fucking-
what about underscore?
I will find out how to do it. Just give me a second. You've just messed up my.
Incredible. So the guy that sort of escorts you in runs out and grabs everyone from the training ground, and you can see now that this is a very rushed, put together room with sort of cots lining most of the wall, and then an additional little office area at the back. And there is, of course,
Mhm.
once let me get there. Just a whole bunch of soldiers.
I was gonna whisper to Dragna. Mr. Shiny Man, is this what the people call a home?
Sort of, if you're a soldier,
What's a soldier?
like me, like Fighty Man.
Ika's gonna look at them, and Ika's gonna look at Dragna. They seem a lot smaller than you.
That's okay. Their heart is just as big.
Ika like hearts. Can I can see that any can I like kind of infer which would be like the most influential like four of the bunch, more likely to like influence the others.
Roll me an insight check.
That is
Oh
very
boy.
fair.
This
Oh
will be an
boy.
18.
18. Okay.
Money.
You get the sense that this one in the back
Mhm.
is looking sort of side-eyeing over, but more still keeping an eye out and hasn't left their post,
Mhm.
and appears to be sort of guarding that back room. And then also these slightly different looking ones
Mhm.
appear to have a higher status amongst the military presence in this room, and everyone, when moving around, sort of looks to them for guidance first.
Okay. Ika's gonna be like, hello everyone. Ika sees that everyone here is training long and hard because you are soldiers. So Ika's gonna perform a lovely song by the hit band, The Tyrant. Hopefully you come see them later tonight at the inn. Would that be okay, everyone?
Yeah, there's some small. There's definitely a sort of wave of cheers that goes around the small militia here.
Mhm.
So sort of the sort of rowdiness that any sort of group of workers or any group of men, that when they get together and there's something out of the basic routine that sort of hypes them up.
Yes, they're excited to have something new.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, come on, Mr. Shiny Man, a second time now. And Ika's gonna perform again with an installed
Incredible.
performance this time.
Amazing.
Got to begin again.
Just for the fun of it, roll me another performance check.
Okay. A crit nat 20.
Oh my god, these people hate Tengu.
You start singing, and there's no way that they could have ever heard this music before. When whether or not Aika really wants to accept that, they probably know that a little bit in the back of her mind. However, halfway through your singing, and Dragda, you've got it. Yeah, you were a little bit confused when Aika started saying something else, but you could sort of, shine a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And halfway through, you see a lot of the soldiers. They're sort of tapping their foot, sort of bobbing along, and then they start singing along.
But by the time they get to like the second verse, they like know the lyrics from the first verse.
Yeah, whenever you hit
The only lyrics are just "We hate Tengus" just 54
we hate
times.
Tengu. We hate Tengu. We hate Tengu. Oh, Tengu die. Oh, Tengu die.
You get
Uh,
arrested for like inciting violence.
every every time you hit the chorus,
Mhm.
basically, they're singing along at the top of their lungs by the end of it. And once you sort of do the big finish, uh, they go absolutely wild, cheering along. And during the performance, you see someone exits from the back room and comes watches along, and they've got their arms folded, but they're clearly tapping their foot just a little bit,
Mhm.
still trying to hide it.
Oh, he's Sundere. That's okay.
Who would you have liked to have charmed?
Well, obviously I'm gonna charm this. I'm gonna try attempt charm these two, and I guess I'll try This guy looks like he's surrounded by a nice group, and I guess I'll get this guy as well.
Okay, awesome.
Like DC 16 wisdom.
DC 16 wisdom. Let me.
DC 16. What the
see.
hell?
I'll just double check. Is it 16? It is 14. Sorry,
Okay, that's slightly different.
slightly different.
That
Slightly
makes
lower.
more sense. Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking. I was thinking like level. I was thinking knights level characters for some reason. I was thinking knights level characters with 20 in the stat.
That's what we're just gonna do for the rest of the day, Aiko.
Sticking here.
Do you know who is saved?
I'm just gonna. If they have, well, if they haven't saved, they like, they kind of idolize me. Where if they have, saved, then they won't be affected.
Okay. I will. Okay, so there is two successes.
Mhm.
But two of them are definitely charmed by you.
Mhm.
I'd say this dish one starts runs up to you and is like, "Oh my god, that was so amazing! I can't believe you're going to be performing here in town at the inn." You said.
I guess the tower will be performing in about 4 hours. I just gotta like snap her fingers. Drag down the pamphlets, please.
Oh yeah, get pamphlets. Do I have pamphlets? That's all right. Just take this and I just rip the shirt off.
Just removes it. Oh, oh my god! I'll cherish it forever. I get a gift from the incredible Iker of the Tyrant.
I could go like kind of like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
The Tyrant Iker.
mm-hmm. Please do, please definitely come to the concert in 4 hours. Mm-hmm. Do you need deception for this or?
No, I mean they're charmed.
Yeah.
Oh, try getting through, right?
They're charmed. They're like, whatever. They don't know that you're not the Tyrant. You may as well be. They've never heard of them before.
Fair enough.
They're like, wow, yeah, of course I will. I'll make sure all of the personnel head down to the inn tonight.
You would do that for me? Thank
Of
you so much.
course, anything for you, my friend. Speaking of which, you should come meet the commander. He's
of course.
he's the back here. Come.
I was gonna look towards Drag. I was like, do we go or is this?
Yep, I'm right behind you.
Okay.
And they sort of they take you to the back here, and everyone else is still sort of, they've gone between like still applauding laughing and sort of just started singing between each other and having some drinks as well.
I think I
I-
might
I
do
guess-
that.
In the middle of the workday? What the hell?
Well, yeah, on a natural 20 performance, they're like, well, this is as good a time as any to tools down.
Good thing Jedi's out there.
Yeah, basically you've doomed Brambleton.
Don't worry, I got you back. I got him, dude.
That's what Deada's gonna get. Shoot 'em all.
This episode is called Brambleton Falls.
The fall of Hamilton.
It's fine. We just go to the waterfall.
True. You're right.
Yeah,
you should just go
exactly.
to that.
I mean, it's not like
beach
there has.
episode.
There's no way every time we visit Brambleton something bad happens, right?
No, of course not. So they bring you to the back and they go, Commander, please, this is the Tyrant, incredible performers from faraway lands. I thought it was only right to introduce them to you. And the one introduced as the commander is sort of this tall, heavily armored, strong-looking, but also older-looking man. His face tan with dark brown eyes, and a full beard that's very much grey with just a little bit of brown left in it. And he looks at the two of you sternly and goes, yes, quite. I managed to catch some of the performance. What can I do for you two?
I just gonna get kind of like close up to the commander and she'll be like with like puppy dog eyes. Please, Mr. Commander, won't you and your soldiers come to the inn later to watch the tyrant, please?
Amanda pauses. Yes. Right, well, I suppose most of the men are due a night off anyway. I don't see why they couldn't go themselves, even if I don't manage to go. But yes, look, what they do is up to them, but I will give them all leave to go if that is what they choose to do.
Please, Mr. Commander, won't you come to? I promise you it'll be the most fun you've had in quite a while.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Can I roll performance with the puppy dog eyes?
Sure.
I don't think it's my time to glow.
Oh my
God.
Daddy!
The
Wow.
the man who, towers over you, looks down at you, and you see this firm, battle-hardened exterior, a face that is literally grown to hide any sort of emotion and not let the enemy see fear. You see his features soften for a moment as he looks down at Ica. He goes, huh. All right, very well. Yeah, it couldn't do any harm. Why not? I'll see you there. My name is Commander Darius, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, Mr. Commander Darius. My name is Ica, and this is Mr. Shiny Man. As Ica's like shaking his hand.
He shakes your hand almost like picking you up, like his hand
Yeah.
like dwarfs yours, and it's a strong, strong grip. And he looks over at Dragner and he goes, "Mr. Shiny Man, was it?"
You
And
can call me Dragda.
Dragnar. That seems a more fitting name. And you were a member of the Tyrant as well.
I'm one of the roadies, really.
Oh, so not a. You aren't the band itself.
Maybe one day. I mean, with Ika here, probably.
I would not be surprised to see that day come at all.
Ah,
If you two don't mind, though, I do have a couple questions.
Oh. Of course.
Would you come into my office?
Of course. Whatever question you have, I can here to answer.
Beautiful. And he leads you in to this small office
I'm gonna get
space.
fucking jailed.
And the guard looks at him warily, and then he sort of waves him off. The guard just closes the door and resumes his post. And the office has just a small desk with a very very utilitarian chairs on both sides. You know how there's usually you have your one big comfy chair on one side of a desk, and then the two shitty chairs that you have
He's got the nice
for
chair, yep.
other people to come in.
Mhm.
He doesn't have that. Pretty much
Oh.
all the chairs are the same. And then all around him is just wall to wall paperwork, pretty much.
Mhm.
There appears to be filing cabinets, or it's fair to see there are filing cabinets,
Yeah, the fantasy filing cabinets.
and they're just teeming with paperwork, and there's just folders heaped up on top of it. You walk in, and the room's lit by a single lantern to the side of the desk. He walks in and he sits down and he goes, please, take a seat.
Very enthusiastically sits on a seat.
I will less enthusiastically sit on the
Excellent, excellent. My first question would be, what is, and perhaps you may not even know the answer, what is a band doing coming to a place like Emidir at this time? The war is not it's not unknown of outside of Emidir.
I guess no idea. Maybe Mr. Shiny Man does.
I think there was something about, the people they've been in war. This is not the only war that they've been in, even this generation. It's sometimes nice to have something to look forward to break up the tyranny and the monotony and whatnot. So, here to have fun, really.
He looks up.
But we're not going to just stop at Brambleton, but we're going to keep going all the way to the capital.
I guess just gonna nod.
He was looking off wistfully when you first started speaking, and then when you finish on that, he sort of snaps back to focus and closes on you, and he goes, you're going to the capital from here, or are you going to go around?
I guess no idea. Maybe Mr. Shiny Man does.
I'll be real. I think that's I think Mr. Milo knows that more than I do.
Mr. Milo.
The band
Yeah.
manager.
Ben, of course.
He doesn't really tell me much. He he talks to a guy and they talk to me, and then I'm not. I'm just a helping hand.
Well, helping hands make the world go round. Crappy leadership, on the other hand, is less enjoyable to hear about. I would very much like to speak to this Mr. Milo. Do you think
If
he'll
you come in tonight, that's probably the best place to find him.
Excellent, excellent. That's good to hear. Is it just the two of you out and about promoting the band?
No, there's a few more of us.
Excellent. When did you say the performance was?
Tonight at sundown.
Okay, so there's a few hours left. I'd hate to do this, but would you mind doing me a small favor?
Of course,
I can
Commander.
love doing favors.
There's a small wood from here. With I am led to understand some interesting resources that may be of useful to the war effort, particularly in keeping people alive, which is always my main concern personally. I have requisitioned a artificer, I believe is the word, in town to produce some healing materials from this substance, but I believe they've had some difficulty procuring it. Would you do me a favor, of at least going down to the, I believe it's the general store that they spend most of their time, and at least checking in with them for me, make sure that everything's all right.
Of course,
And
Ike will go check there, and you'll come to the concert tonight. A deal's a deal.
Sounds like a very good deal to me.
we'll get on that straight away, won't we, Aka?
Of course.
Beautiful. Well, I look forward to seeing the show tonight.
Good meeting you, Commander. See you there.
Gives you a small salute and then waves you off.
Ah, before Ike forgets, make sure to wear these to the concert as she produces like a bunch of the shirts. Oh, and hand these out as well as she produces more pamphlets.
Right.
You had the pamphlet.
I'll make
oops.
I'll make sure that they're distributed amongst the soldiers.
Ah, Ike, thank you very much. Come now, Mr. Shiny Man. Let's go to the general store.
We grab the others.
Does.
Friends.
Yes, Ike likes friends. Let's go get friends.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's not right next to Ika. It's not in the world.
No.
Ike's gonna go off with a hop and a skip. Quite happy with what she's done.
All right.
This got more successful than anything she's done normally.
You killed it.
Normally she gets chased out by the fucking police.
Yeah, she befriended the police.
Oh. What's a friend?
Damn.
Ah, Mr. One Eye, we have news for you. Me and Shiny Man have news for you.
What is it?
Come, let's go get Mr. Big Hat before we... Ika's not very good at talking.
Michael, where are you going?
Mr. Big Hat's making a run for it.
I,
Don't worry.
I would have
So
been
you-
standing in this area handing out pamphlets to passerbys.
Yeah, the pamphlets that Ica thought she had given to Dragdar were actually given to Michael Check.
You should got the friendship between them.
Howdy.
And I'm like, please come to the show, and then I turn to Deadeye and I go to hand a pamphlet. I'm like, oh shit, sorry.
Then I just
Roll-
got 4 pamphlets because he feels bad.
Michael Jack, roll me a persuasion.
For Deadeye?
Everyone.
Or just for all
just
these
in
people?
general, just
Oh,
for
God.
everyone. As
You are
as-
literally doing a thing where you're standing on the street handing out a piece of paper, and everyone walks. She's even a small town, and everyone walks past
Yeah.
you.
yeah, as someone who has many times been the person that's just been trying to get people to acknowledge their existence on the side of the road. From God, I used to have to do vox pops for journalism,
Uh-huh.
where I just
Oh,
go out
yeah.
to places and I just try to get people on the street to do mini interviews.
That's-
Like, when you see on the news when they're like talking to some random person on the
God.
city streets.
I-
Doing
My
that,
sis-
your sister,
Oh no, you finish.
just doing that is an absolute nightmare. Especially, I had to do one once on like public transport, specifically around Berwick. So I was just stood outside Berwick station for like 4 hours.
That's not. You never want to be in barrack station for that long.
For
No.
real, actually.
Literally never.
You never
I
you
just-
never want to stop in barrack station either. It's just a miserable place to be.
And I'm just there. I'm just like, hey, can I? Okay, all right, yeah,
Uh,
all right.
Ah.
My
Okay.
sister used to work for a market research place, so she'd work with companies who would release new products, like an ice cream or whatever, and
Mhm.
she'd go out and have free samples, like free ice cream, to get people's opinion, and people were just like no, and she'd be like, you can get free ice cream, you can get free food, and no.
Honestly, like doing anything like that.
Yeah.
For real, actually, no.
Yeah, I did that. I've done that recently as well, where I was handing out free samples of stuff that's usually quite expensive as well. And I'm there, and like you start off, and this is what probably happened with Michael Check, is he started off like, okay, this is a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but how hard can it be? I'm just handing out paper to people, going, hello, how are you? Please come. Just take a piece of paper. You don't even have to really acknowledge me. Just take a piece of paper. And you go out and you're holding it out and you see someone start like walking. They're going to be walking past you. So you just sort of, shift your body and you just hold it out to them, not trying to obstruct them. And you start off so like, this will be fine. It'll be whatever. And then just very quickly, people will see you and just look at you like you were the scum of the earth.
Oh.
Just like,
I feel that.
how dare you be standing in the middle of somewhere trying to hand something out to people? Like, that must be the evilest thing you can do. And it doesn't matter how little the time is that you do that for. It feels like an eternity. So Michael's just standing there by themselves because Dragdar and Ike has gone off and Deadeye's keeping an eye out. So with no one else to interact with in the meantime, as slowly but surely it becomes very clear that any traffic is basically moving around
Avoiding you.
a huge imaginary wall of force as you stand there desperately trying to get people to just take a flyer.
When'd you like Wall of Force? I thought you were a lot of a wizard.
Actually, it's like
And that's when Iker and Dragdar return.
Perimeter
Mr. Big
secure.
Hat.
Michael.
Oh, thank God. People.
Just phased out.
We got a mission.
A mission?
Yeah, there was like a commander. Ika sung a song, and it was amazing. You guys should have been there. You really missed out.
Oh,
I
thanks.
just gonna look
I'm
proud
sure.
of what she's done.
But we gotta go help our artificer or something, and that's really gonna help out the commander. And there's like so many soldiers. Like we're gonna get so many people to come, especially if we do good on this. Probably gonna put in a good word for us.
Make sure. Do we need to do that now? Like now? I thought
Yeah.
we were already like on a mission.
As you want to keep our hand in flyers.
Oh, I was hoping like someone could take over from me.
And I walked away.
Really.
No time
What's
for
the
that. We
drop?
only got until sundown.
Please.
Mr. Big Hat, are you having trouble handing out flyers? I could just get rid of a large bunch of them.
Alright, do you want these ones?
I did her part. Mr. Big Hat has to do his part.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Michael, you stay here.
No, please. I like put the flyers like on a chair or like an outdoor like, bench. And then I go write a note saying like please hand out.
Please.
You're gonna leave, people are gonna be curious and actually take some. It's gonna be more successful.
Roll me,
On the notes like take one only.
Michael. Roll me a d20. Just a d20.
Oh,
What is in the water? Huh?
you
Oh
man,
my
really,
god.
really tired today.
Oh, what the hell?
This is
What the hell?
The moment you put the flyers down, as soon as you start walking off with the rest of the group towards the general store, and you for a second, out of a more of a worry of like, oh, actually, are they gonna fly away? You look behind you, and a small crowd has gathered around the store where you have put the flyers down. And there's just like suddenly a bunch of interest in seeing what these pages are. And oh, you hear people going, oh, this the tyrant, that sounds pretty interesting. I should go check them out. Anyone associated with that must be an interesting person. Roll me roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Oh
Rob?
no.
That's Rob.
Oh,
This is where we need
no.
the sanity.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, for I don't know if Michael has any experience with CBT, but
Oh.
The other one.
look, when you're in uni, you try a bunch of things. But for a brief moment,
Pick up the other one.
as someone relatively familiar with the arcane arts, after seeing what you've just seen, the thought pops into Michael's mind that he must be cursed. He must be cursed that nobody ever likes them or wants to interact with them. And it's just everything that's happened in his life is just unlikable. And is cursed that no one can ever like him. And then
That's a 19.
and then you remember a class you had on curses, where the lecture was like a student called out and asked a question about curses like that, and the lecturer went, no, that's fucking stupid, no one would actually ever do that. And you're like, oh no, that can't be it, I'm fine. And you come to the realization that maybe people just don't. Maybe people are just wary of new people in small towns. But for a second there,
All right, the general store.
general store.
General store.
You see a general store.
Michael has better mental health than I do. Better coping mechanisms.
Okay,
Look,
you haven't rolled your nat 20 IRL just yet, okay?
Yeah, you'll get there one day. Statistically
it's-
speaking.
If you roll enough nat 20, you'll get a nat 20, surely.
Surely, one day,
One
true
day.
happiness reached through rolling dice well.
All right,
So you approach the general store.
approach. I damn go through that thing.
Okay, so you pass right through the general store.
Yeah,
You're now in the space behind the general store.
cool.
So you walk into the general store. From the
Oh my God.
outside, it's a general store. It looks pretty normal, except that it appears that somebody has just plunked a metallic second story on top of what was a one-story building. And as you walk inside, you can see that there are parts of what must have been the original roof, but it's all now just sort of caved in,
Okay.
and there's just like a sheet metal looking metallic ceiling and additional pillars holding the second story up. But other than that, there are also shelves full of odds and ends and interesting items. And at the back of the store, there's a little bench thing. You know, the front thing where you can't see down it, but there's a bench thing. Like a bar.
Counter.
Yeah, there's a counter, that's the word.
Anyone at the counter?
Not that you can see the moment you walk in.
Okay.
Mr. One Eye, is this what they call a? Is this what the humans call a home?
What are you on about?
Okay. Just real quick, and Ike is gonna quickly put up like 5 posters along the wall outside.
Okay. Deada's gonna. Does it look like the upstairs is part of the shop?
There is a little in one of the corners, a small coiling staircase that you could climb.
Okay. Is it like I think Deada's going? Is this? Did they put their house like? 'Cause sometimes shops have like the house on the second level, shop on the first level or ground floor.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening here, or is it like shop and shop 2? Is it an insight or
Perception?
yeah?
Yeah, roll an inside.
That's average.
That's average. You
The fucking
dragged
dream
out just
chapter?
running in the spot quickly. You get the sense that whichever one it is, it was done hastily and without much prior planning, and very much just, yeah, this seems right. But you do think you don't get the sense that you can't go up the stairs.
I'm going to go up the stairs. This seems like the more interesting thing happening.
All right, so you climb the stairs, and you
We'll
get up
follow.
to. You can't see anything in the second story. It's sort of closed up, and then there's just a door with a little sign that says Elmira the Alchemist. Please knock.
Is that spelled like that?
With an A.
Almira.
Almira.
Okay. Fuck it, I'm gonna knock.
You gotta you knock, and then you hear a little. Oh, one moment, and you hear a little. Hear the sound of footsteps, some little shuffling of locking mechanisms,
Mm-hmm.
and the
I'm familiar.
door opens.
Howdy.
Oh, hello. Welcome, please. Come in if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm Elmira. This is the second story of our shop, and
This
she.
all like metal.
It's mostly sheet metal, and like when people make sculptures and furniture out of sheet metal.
Okay, yeah.
That's basically the vibe of the entire second story.
Mm-hmm.
There are shelves, lined like wardrobes and shelves, and they have all sorts of like books and herbs and plants and like glass bottles and potions
Yep.
on them. Everything appears to be made out of sheet metal that is furniture. And when the door is open, you see this shortish human woman wearing plain robes with long blonde hair in a braid, as well as two other individuals in this room. One appears to be a short, I think 4 foot,
Pretty short.
frog person,
Ooh.
and
Mr. Frog.
and
Wait a
the
second, I
other
remember.
one, and the other one is a average height human man wearing like a fedora and a brown leather jacket, with a whip on their side. They look a little bit on the older side as well.
Fedora and brown leather jacket.
Whip.
Jacket. And,
Whip it.
Whip. Howdy.
They all sort of go, oh, hello, hello. The one with the fedora sort of tips his hat and goes,
I do the same.
right, well, I'll be on my way. Planning to see you out there. I'll see you all later. And then as he walks past you, he does another little hat tip to Deadeye.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, game recognizes game.
Yep. That I tips his hat, but doesn't say that because that's kind of cringe.
Yeah, look, he's a cringe dude.
Like it's gonna tip her fox mask.
Incredible. So you all come up and Elmira goes, hello, I'm so sorry, I suppose no one would have been downstairs. We were all up here. Welcome to the store. You look like new faces. What can we do you for?
Like I can't remember. You should ask Mr. Shiny Man.
Which
So
one
an
of you is
alchemist,
Mr. Shiny Man? An alchemist? Well, Depends. Who's asking?
We were sent, like the commander Darius asked us to help out an alchemist get some healing substance from the small woods or whatever.
Oh, yes. Seems to be a sudden bit of almost a one-sided, uncomfortable tension from the room. Like, she seems to get sort of awkward when that's mentioned. Like she's been caught out of something. But the other person that you see up here, you don't read any change in them. And here, he speaks up and goes, "Oh yeah, the Emadir mossberry. Why don't you tell them about that?" And Elmir's like, yes, 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 of course, the commander. Oh shit, I was meant to make those potions. That's... Yes. I have been busy.
Busy right now?
Well, I'm talking to you, but outside that, ooh. Why don't we, okay, I could maybe go when and Pip just sort of tugs on their robe. I mean, the frog guy, the frog guy tugs on their robe and goes, it's okay. Pip can just ask them. Would you guys mind going into the forest really quickly for us? There's
Yeah.
No problem.
there's a special berry that grows on a moss. And there's just one clearing in the forest that Pip has found that grows this. Oh, Pip and Almira have been really busy lately, and Pip tripped down the stairs and really hurt his ankle, Pip's ankle, and Pip picks up Pip's leg and shows it to everyone. And Pip is like, "You see how you see how discolored it is now? None of you could see any."
Let me check my medicine.
Yeah, can anyone roll a medicine?
Roll a medicine to see.
Fuck.
Neither of you see. Yeah.
Aka's not even going to question it.
I can happy.
Does anyone have wisdom?
No,
Yeah,
you all went wisdom dumpstat.
Cool.
I have insight. I got 4 in insight.
That's more than me.
You all look at it.
Okay.
It's just, he's a froggy guy.
Yep.
Or Pip's a froggy Pip. That's what they look like there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what Pip looks like. Pip.
Yep.
Um.
Can't believe you're misgendering it. Expect it better from you, Will.
You know what? I expect better of myself too. And
I'll be expecting your tweet longer.
Yep, that's it. We successfully cancelled me. That's the show.
Damn it. I was just getting into character as well. Well,
What would it be to know about the Froggen?
To know about the Froggen.
Yeah. Nature?
I would say, well, they're just on the they're not on the material plane, are they? They're not native to the material plane.
Yeah, but we're not on the material plane either.
So it would, I suppose, you could do space nature,
Yeah, which would be
You-
it's either nature
yeah.
or arcana. I mean, they're the same.
nature or arcana. I'd
Nature
say
is what's
either
it?
one.
Never seen them before.
You've never ever. This is, you didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, I'm.
You've heard of Ilgith and dragons and all
Yeah.
sorts of other things. You've heard of frogs. You don't know.
Mhm.
You, as far as you know, this could be just a different species of frog.
I'll ask the wizard about it later.
Yeah,
It'd be rude to do it
exactly.
here, but like I'll see if the wizard knows anything about this.
Well, you're gonna hold off on asking because it would be rude to do in front of the person.
Yes.
Are you sure you've played this game before?
I think Deadeye has even been in situations where people have said something like rude and been killed for it. So it's
Yeah.
like Deadeye knows.
That makes sense.
Don't ask right now.
This is a bit. Pip finishes showing Pip's leg. He goes, "So I haven't been able to make the journey myself, but during Pip's spare time, Pip likes to make jams, and Pip has this idea. If you could get some of this mossberry for Pip, Pip could make a new type of jam. With the war and the commander keeping Pip busy with all the requisitions, Pip hasn't had a lot of time to make jams. So Pip would like to make a different, a special kind of jam, with an experiment with a new berry. Elmira sort of just looks awkward as Pip says this, and then goes, yes, and the commander has asked me to use as much of this berry as I can to, when discussing it with Pip, and based on the findings of the initial amount that Pip was able to bring back, I believe that this would effectively allow me to produce potions of healing quicker and with less material cost than they usually would, which, as you can imagine, during wartime is quite a boon. So the commander has asked that any of this berry that can be retrieved be delivered to me so that I can make these potions. And there's just sort of an awkward silence between the two.
Alright, we'll go see what we can find.
Have like a map or anything, or is there anything we should like look out for?
Ike's confused.
Pip answers. Goes, yes. So, if you go east, there will be a small river. You keep going past that, and you'll notice a slight shift in the terrain where the wood starts to get a bit thicker.
Mhm.
If you keep going just a little bit further past that, where the trees start to get a little bit darker shade of green, there'll be a small clearing where there's a pile of stone where the moss grows on. And on the moss, there's small, little purple berries, and those are the Imadirian moss berries that we think might work.
All right.
Mr. Froggy, Mrs. Froggy, Mr. Froggy,
Pip's name is Pip.
Miss Froggy.
Pip.
MX Froggy.
What's a pip? Ain't that what's in the fruit?
Pip is Pip.
Frog?
Did you hear? That right there's Pip.
I get confused, but I was even more confused because
Pip.
Froggy,
Okay, guys, we did inclusivity training
Froggy.
at my university. They, if Pip says Pip is Pip, then
You-
Pip is Pip.
But Froggy is Froggy.
But Pip is Pip.
Froggy
I'm going
is
to question
Froggy.
the use of the word if there.
Pip is Pip.
Pip.
Pip has a right to Pip determination.
Ike is just a bit confused because old man Commander Darius asked us to ask you guys to get a shipment, isn't it?
Almira, once again, looks very just like nervous. Is like, yes. This this would be for the shipment. I was supposed to have this and make the first batch and bring it to him. However,
You're not trying to cause any trouble for old man Commander Darius, right? Old man Commander Darius is working really hard, you know.
I'm sure the first
Pip.
batch just went off.
an immediate look of relief on Almira. It's like, yes. First batch went off. If you could please grab as many of the berries as you can, I should be able to whip up another batch very quickly. And maybe there will be enough for Pip as well. But please bring as much as you can. And then apologize to the commander for me. Maybe later once I've got the first batch done.
Can I get insight these people?
Yes, you sir. I can certainly may.
Ika's gonna insight with a 15.
Yeah, I don't think Deadeye's not subtle. He's just like, we gotta like. I think you just said it. Just give her an out. It's like purely everyone here would recognize that he's just giving her an out so he can leave. It's like, well,
Yeah.
we're not finding
I
any
can
in
see
here.
it.
Let us go. It's just gonna
Ika's
start going.
Ika likes old man Commander Darius, so she doesn't want to cause him any trouble.
Incredible. Of her, you would basically get the sense of like she looks stressed, and you get the sense that is likely more someone who has been fervently working, and through various things that have happened is sort of is working at basically their 100% capacity and still falling behind, and is more so just stressed that they feel that they have expectations on them that they're not reaching.
Okay, I can get you moss, but you don't cause any trouble for old man Commander Darius.
I of course I would never.
Okay, shiny man, big hat man, time to get some boss then. As Aiko also walks out, following Deadeye's trail.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Do the rest
on
follow?
Follow.
Sweet.
Although I think Dato's going to try and talk to Michael.
Michael's busy making a scarf.
So you're one of those wizarding folks, right?
Yeah.
Know much about curses?
Oh, do I?
I'm figuring maybe you can help that Pip fella.
Pip?
Well, I assume Pip has been cursed and turned into a frog person, right?
Can I? Do I roll?
Yeah,
What do
roll,
I know?
roll nature or arcana.
While you do that, let me get up where the frog and are from.
Yeah. Um, very easy roll for you, I will say. You know right away that that's not right. You're not familiar with the sort of ins and outs of the Froggen. But at the university,
yeah.
you certainly would have met them. And you know, they're just another race.
You might even know they're from Swampton.
Swampton.
Yeah, they're straight out of Swampton.
God, they'd have to be rich to go to MD because I think Swampton isn't part of the Federation, so they've got to like pay fucking international fees.
Or
Oof.
So you've met the richest frog there is.
Yeah, they are. All you don't know too much about the Froggen, but every Froggen you've seen has been immaculately dressed.
Have they been? There's two types of Froggen. There's the Bullywug and the Grung.
The hell is the Grung?
Grung are like more frog dudes, and then Bullywugs are more toad dudes. And they speak the language Froggen, and which does not use pronouns.
I wish we all spoke Froggen.
Froggy.
I'm sorry, we? I?
So true. So true. But yes,
Yes.
Deadeye asks, looking for a cure. Looking for a cure for a people.
Also,
I don't like
and
that.
he is
line.
well-mannered.
I don't like that
And
trajectory.
as a university student, you have heard about this sort of stuff before.
Deadeye didn't strike you as that type of fellow.
Listen, I know I know I have a hard exterior, but I do like helping people where I can.
Pip is not cursed. Pip was born as Pip. Pip
Froggy's
has always
born
been
Froggy.
Pip.
Oh,
Froggy was always a
Pip will
Froggy.
always be Pip,
Froggy will
as
always
long
be
as
Froggy.
Pip chooses to identify as Pip.
well, that's good to hear then.
Froggy better not cause trouble.
And we should accept Pip for who Pip is.
Froggy.
Just haven't run into a frog person before.
Okay, I see. Yes, Pip is not cursed. And Pip can live a very fulfilling and meaningful life as Pip.
Oh, I'm sure. Met a fella that was a part scorpion once. Now they were really good at. They would like sneak in and just stab them right in the heart. It was great to have on your side.
What's a scorpion?
Like a small insect creature with like chitin and like big claws and a stinger tail.
Ooh, I can want to see a scorpion.
Is a scorpion an arachnid?
What's an arachnid?
A scorpion is a raccoon.
spiders
Did I
are
say
rat-
insect?
Yeah.
I don't think. Okay, Deadeye might not know the difference. Wait, actually, let me see. Does Deadeye know the difference?
I'm opening Deadeye's character sheet.
I think actually
Yeah.
Deadeye would know it. And the scorpion's an arachnid.
I'm opening Deadeye's character sheet and adding in country racist to the flaws.
I think Deadeye has probably met some like crazy races out there because like just
Absolutely.
just because of like the Hunters Guild has a bunch of the races that aren't accepted anyway. So like, well, fuck, might as well do
Yes.
crime. But I think a lot of them are like the ones that are scarier.
Yes. However, with the existence of bullywugs, I will say it is perhaps crazy that Deadeye has never met a frog person.
I think the thing about the Froggen is that they aren't treated as much scary as just like they're just like, oh, they're cute and harmless.
Yeah, and they're not part of the Federation, so
Yes.
it is very understandable that he would not have met.
Honestly, Deadeye might have met bullywugs, but not like grung.
He's like, I haven't met the cute ones.
Yeah. Like he didn't look like he'd fucking rip me apart with their bare hands. Like, well, I don't know what these.
No. Also, that's 17 points of racism damage to Ico.
I'm happy to share with Deadeye because Ika's also unable to tell the difference.
Of course, of course.
Oh, but Ika's like indiscriminately unable to tell the difference, you know.
All right, so we're following
I
Pip's
could-
directions.
Yeah, beautiful. We'll follow Pip's directions.
Next time
Yes. As there's
on the Treasure of Garrick.
most of us have early starts, so
Wrong one.
One.
On Troubling Kirigashii.
Nope, different one.
No, still trying it.
You'll get there, I believe.
On the Adventures of Ika Konkon and Friends.
Close.
That'll do.
We need
Enough.
the title.
There was like C's kind of like a K, so it's like Konkon like C and C, you know.
Oh, next time on Concerts.
I don't.
Concerts and Consequences!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
We made it. See
Ika
y'all
remembers
Thanks for
now.
watching, people.
next week.
Peace.